It's funny, one of my professors always told me that in his experience, the athletes tend to do better in acting than all the other students he had. And I think the reason for that is because as an athlete, you understand how to get into that flow state and you know how to get into the zone. You're fully focused and engaged in your task. You're in the zone, you come off the edge and you make that sack. Or there's a hard scene you're about to do, you're not sure you're gonna remember your lines, but then you get in the zone and you say all your lines perfectly and it all just works out. And yeah, that feeling of being in the zone is definitely the same. Hi, I'm James Reinbold. I'm a double major in performing media arts and government. I'm a senior and I'm a defensive end on the Cornell football team. So when I first came here, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I started taking just a bunch of classes for fun my freshman semester. And the two I took that really most impacted me was Intro to Acting and Comparative Politics. So Intro to Acting was more just like a distribution requirement class. So I took it and I was like, this is actually a lot of fun and something I actually feel pretty passionate about. It evoked the part of me that wants to perform in the same way that I perform on the football field. I felt that same feeling that I really enjoy. There's a really great community here for doing those type of things at Cornell. And there's great professors that can teach you a lot. And I always felt like every class I took, I was greatly expanding upon my ability to act. I started engaging myself in more short plays, and after those short plays, I started looking into film. A big project I did with one of my friends, Sid Martis, was we made a short film called Athlete, and we got to shoot on the field. We got to shoot in the locker room, and to see that come together, I got to bring my friends in from the Cornell football team to be in the film. It was really great to have that fusion of acting in football that I didn't really think was possible. They're really, you think of them as separate entities, and to see them come together on the football field and in the locker room, that was awesome. So that was probably my biggest highlight from acting. I guess the strongest memories I have when I look back, I think, haven't been about the wins or, haven't been about my performance on the field or the big plays. It's always been about being with the guys and about the brotherhood. And it's such a supportive environment that I think I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. And those are the moments I'll never forget.